So that was perfect. Heart in the clouds, signs and synchronicities, right? Our guides are working with us sometimes over time to get through to us and to bring us out of a state of kind of just being so in our thoughts all the time. And this is why all the practices like meditation and quiet, I'm a huge fan of quiet, long walks, slow walks in nature. We can begin to sync back up with the larger reality that we are a part of. So this video this week is going to be pretty brief. I have opened back up spirit guide readings because I really, in addition to me wanting everyone to be your own guru, it's much easier to do that and frankly more fun when you know who your guide is and you have a direct connection with them. And I realize that is not an instantaneous process for most people. They need a little hookup, a little connection help. So I guess what I'm saying is I want to help your spirit guide help you. Hey everyone, it's Aisha Love, founder of Multidimensional You. Your spirit guides have messages for you. This is a kind of a getting tapped on the shoulder feeling that I am being tasked with delivering almost like en masse on behalf of spirit guides worldwide. Before I get into that though, I hope you enjoy the change in look. I have been sitting on these glasses for over a year. And I finally brought them out for fun. I thought as we move into fall and everything's changing, let's play around with the avatar. So one of my emergence groups was told to do this very intentionally recently. And as I thought about it and felt into the instructions, I really got it. If what we are in the process of doing right now is breaking up a lot of density and distortion, then these kind of identity construct roles that we've gotten into, like this is who I am, right? We associate like the way I look, the way my body is me. Then what better way to start to, play with that and become more playful and malleable than to, dress the avatar differently, be more playful, just even changing things up really helps you stay out of kind of these ruts that we can get into without even realizing that we're in one. That's what I'm being told right now, is a lot of it is to help you work with the material world and your material form to create more plasticity. Here we go. You want changes in all different areas of life or maybe one particular one. This is kind of a reality hack, or you're working by proxy, meaning you're working, through the medium of your physical form, your identity construct, your appearance, right? Your style, in a way that shifts and moves energy that will affect that area of life that you're looking to change. Kind of cool, huh? And also before we dive into, spirit guides worldwide, be curious just like you to see what comes through today. I just want to say thank you to all of you who participated in the 12 days of shift. As you know, I was just interdirected to get that up and out, and I was blown away at how many people participated and how you were all impacted. And what I'm being told now is that there are impacts that are that you don't even realize yet because you haven't correlated them, and B, that are still coming. So just like I said at the beginning of that series, it's time to move the needle. We're shifting so much, we're up-vibing so much, we're freeing ourselves in this simulation. We're realizing the game and beginning to learn to play it better and getting ourselves out of really deep ruts. That just seems to be the theme for today, getting out of ruts. Especially the ruts you didn't even know you were in. Dramatic pause. Wait, I can feel you guys like, wait, what? Am I in a rut? You know what? If you're on Earth, you're in a rut. And we go in them and then we come out of them. And the game that's, we're being invited into now, and this is why it's movement, you're watching my body do this, is to be able to move in and out of those states much more quickly and become much more fluid. Because the fluid state, the plasticity, is our most natural state as an eternal soul, right? When we're not playing in these games of extreme density, I see this with my loved ones on the other side and with other people's loved ones. You have a thought, you create something. You want to change your form, you change your form. You could take a completely different appearance. So a lot of what those templates were doing now with hindsight is they're moving energy, clearing density and distortion and shifting it into something, repurposing it. That's the ultimate upcycle. And this is the same body of work that spirit guides are tasked with helping their charges in human form with doing, to greater or lesser success, right? Depending on the state of kind of like lockdown that a person is in. And those template shifts are designed to, clear things out, same with the daily meditation, so that eventually you're at a point where you are clearly hearing your inner guidance and your guides, or not ignoring them. So recently I did a spirit guide reading. I haven't done one in years, and it was so much fun. I really love being able to help serve both, you as a client, but also your spirit guide. The spirit guides over the years have always thanked me profusely because I'm making their job so much easier. Not doing their job for them, it's just getting the lines open and clear, because really what's happening with my field is these aren't your normal spirit guide readings. They're designed to not only, be able to be kind of a direct translator, and sometimes I allow your guide to channel directly through me so you get a sense of what they feel like and sound like, but also the energy shifts, the template shifts that I offer, because I'm coming, with an ability and a memory of how to completely shift reality here. There are many of us like that in this realm at this time, on this planet at this time. So my field facilitates inner shifts that then allow that direct communication to happen much more seamlessly. So let's just zoom way out and remember that we're in a game, a very sophisticated one. And it's fraught with all sorts of issues and beauty, but most people have been focused on what's going on externally, and forgetting that when we look externally, we're in a projection mode. So everything here that I'm all about is like circling back inward, quieting down, facing our shadow, healing what's ready to be healed and integrated and brought back out of fragmentation. Again, no judgment. I mean, that's what we're here for. We're here for this experience of duality and fragmentation, and being able to bring it all home now, if you so choose, if that's what you want. And so your guides, you don't come into a system like this without some assistance, right? Without like an adventure buddy, a lifeline, right? They're like, we'll have your back. If you really are starting to take steps that are like, whoa, you're gonna, maybe your avatar is gonna be in peril, we will let you know. Those are those really strong intuitive impulses you might feel if you go to walk down an alley at night and you just know, like, nope. Or turning in traffic somewhere and you can feel it, like, not today. But then there's all of the more subtle daily guidance in terms of, what am I choosing to think and feel? Why am I not going for what I really want to go for in this lifetime? Why am I giving my power away to other people? That sort of thing. And that's where your guides, and they've confided in me. It's like, whoo, we just, in some cases, like, we're having a really hard time getting through. And what I'm being shown now is that it's not necessarily that you're not getting through, right? I'm almost talking to spirit guides at this point of an astral conference. It's that they hear it, they feel it, they know it. You know deep in your heart what you want, what your soul plan is for this lifetime, what you chose to experience, all the challenges included. But somewhere along the line, you gave your power away, or you convinced yourself that I can't. You've got narratives. You've got people around you reinforcing a certain version of a limited reality that, are reinforcing those limitations. So spirit guides worldwide are simultaneously very patient with their people, but also really trying to get through. And when I was in the privileged position of channeling them regularly, it was really interesting. Oh, here's the tie-in. The form they chose to take always seemed to be exactly what that person needed. So whether it was a samurai, it was, a fun-loving spirit, it was the wise elder, their form matched what that person needed in this lifetime. There's a heart in the clouds. Of course there is. I'll take a picture. So that was perfect. Heart in the clouds, signs and synchronicities, right? Our guides are working with us sometimes over time to get through to us and to bring us out of a state of kind of just being so in our thoughts all the time. And this is why all the practices like meditation and quiet, I'm a huge fan of quiet, long walks, slow walks in nature. We can begin to sync back up with the larger reality that we are a part of. So this video this week is going to be pretty brief. I have opened back up spirit guide readings because I really, in addition to me wanting everyone to be your own guru, it's much easier to do that when, and frankly more fun when you know who your guide is and you have a direct connection with them. And I realize that that is not an instantaneous process for most people. They need a little hookup, a little connection help. So I guess what I'm saying is I want to help your spirit guide help you. So the options to book are below in the comments, or if you receive this in an email, in the email. There's an option to buy a one-off or a package of 3 because, you know, obviously sometimes the first session you're just kind of like, wow. And then you're like, wait, but I had other questions, right? So to wrap up, basically our guides are trying to get through to us, and we may have energy blockages that are precluding us from hearing that information. So I think it's pretty cool that I have these abilities both to clear your energy blockages and also channel your spirit guide. It's almost like the reconnector, getting you guys reconnected so that you can receive the wisdom of your spirit guide, and your spirit guide can make good on their commitment to you, which feels, as you can imagine, really fulfilling. So I always used to tell people, put the shoe on the other foot. Imagine now you're a spirit guide and you are trying to get through to a person like yourself, right? And believe me, I get it, because in the early days of my awakening, my spirit guides had to spirit bomb all sorts of things and really come after me and say, how rude that you are treating us like a figment of your imagination. Some of you may remember my book, How Mommy Got Her Magic Back, where I detail one of my earliest guides was Thor, of all people. And you're just like, okay, that's it. That's enough for me. I'm like, yeah, I think this is all just a figment of my imagination. And then going to a group reading with a psychic that my friend invited me to. And I thought, sure, let's just go check it out. And of course, the guy turns, swings, and starts right with me and says, we're going to start right with you because you stick out just like I do, you know, energetically. And he's like, well, we got a real picker and a grinner here. It feels an awful lot like Thor, you know. And so the validation came, and, you know, but it really took me kind of. So I think all these years I've really been dedicated to helping others, if they so choose, make this process of reconnecting to your inner guidance, your higher guidance, your spirit guides, your higher self collectives, interdimensionals, all the beautiful interdimensional beings, you know, our amazing advanced galactic brothers and sisters, easier. And because frankly, it's a lot of fun. You know, you as a multidimensional being, you have so many different aspects. So we're going to circle back to spirit guides, because if you can get that relationship up and running the way it was meant to be, I think all the rest will follow and all the expansion will follow. Okay, well, the information is below, and I hope to see you in a reading soon. And then, of course, as I wrap up this video, a bald eagle flies by, soaring. Yeah, how perfect. So I'm really excited. I know all your guides are gathering. In fact, I put a call out to all the guides. I said, I'm here. If you want a much more direct line to your person, bring them this way. So that might be the impulse you're feeling, like, yes, do that now. I've been trying to talk to you. Pick up the phone. Okay, now seriously, now I'm signing off. I think. Is there anybody else? There was a cardinal earlier, hummingbird, dragonflies. I think we're good. But you watch for signs and synchronicities. In fact, let's play a little game. Let me tune into the field of guides. Key. They're showing me a golden key. Okay. So if you see a key, you hear someone talk about a key, just be like, yep, okay, gotta book that. They want to talk to me. You know what I learned from working with so many guides is that they know you better than you know yourself. You know, if you ever talk to someone who's had an out-of-body experience and they've been traveling, they will tell you that they can see your thoughts, not just hear them. Your thoughts are constantly creating. They're creating, you know, almost like sub-reality images that can be seen when you're in, you know, not just kind of in this much frequency. They really have your back in a way that is unprecedented, that no one else in this realm, unless, you know, all their senses are turned on in that way, can really offer you. And so while we might seek the advice of friends and colleagues and family, just remember Their view shed is not nearly as global or multidimensional as your spirit guides. So they really are your most trusted advisor. Now, having said that, sometimes you might want to throttle your guides because they're there to, during a challenging time, to just say things like what I hear, you're built for this, keep going, right? I just want to be like, and if you happen to have questions about spirit guides, please email me, info@multidimensionalu.com. Just reply to the email you were sent or leave a comment. I'm happy to share my perspective. I only ever speak from my own direct experience, but I'm certainly happy to share from my experience and answer any questions you have about guides at this time.